Essena O'Neal is not quitting social media, she's redefining her relationship with it and the way that she uses it as an activist tool. Let me read you an excerpt from a recently edited post on her Instagram account. By the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, here's a video right here where Essena explains that she is quitting social media. She is done with creating this false image of herself that just because she's genetically gifted, that everyone needs to look like her and have beautiful aesthetic features and the best clothes in order to be a whole, awesome, person regarded in society. She deleted 2,000 posts on her Instagram account and pictures, and the ones that she kept up, which are only 100 right now, she redid all of the text within the captions. Let me read for you one of the captions of her looking beautiful in a swimsuit. Her butt is definitely the central aspect of this picture, and it says, quote, "Please validate my efforts to look sexy with my bum being the point of this photo," end quote. And then she continues and says, "I wish someone would have shook me and said, 'You have so much more in you than your sexuality at 16. That was all I thought others wanted. That's what got likes. That's what I thought was cool. There is nothing cool about this. This is a photo taken for the sake of trying to get people to like a photo. There is nothing inspiring about that. Social media is an illusion." So Essena has over 500,000 Instagram followers, over 200,000 YouTube subscribers. She's vocal in the vegan scene, talking about the health and mental benefits of eating a plant-based diet, but she became famous as a social media person far before veganism was part of her agenda and in her conversation. So why is she saying that social media brainwashes people and it's fake and it's an illusion and it's a negative thing? It's because let's get into her shoes. When she was, I think, like 15, maybe even younger, she started going on social media because she's gorgeous. She's the first one to admit she's really genetically gifted, and she used that and friends who are photographers to do product placements and do advertising. She said companies would pay her thousands of dollars in order to make a post of her in a dress, and she got really successful. She has a massive following. She is a famous individual, and let's think about this. This all happened when she was 15 and 16 years old. What were you doing when you were 15 and 16? Maybe you're not even there yet, but let's say you're in your 20s and 30s. What were you doing then? Did you know how to approach life? Did you have any form of self-confidence? I know when I was 16, that's when I just sort of started getting really social and thinking about experimenting with drugs and alcohol, and I liked clothing back then, and I was such a different person. She just got jam hit with this huge social media presence at the age of 16, and she didn't know what to do about it, so she figured she should just do what all of the bigger famous people are doing, and she did product placements and she started to make money, and essentially she created this empire where she was portraying a false image of who she really was in order to inspire, but not really inspire, just to manipulate other people, that in order for them to be beautiful and to have validation in society, that they needed this piece of clothing or they needed this makeup in order to be a whole person. And I'm not blaming Essena in any of this. I mean, imagine having that fame at that age. You don't know what to do with it. You're just gonna go with the flow and do what older people tell you to do, and that's what happened to her, and that's ultimately why she broke down and she's crashed. But I don't think that she is getting rid of social media. She's smarter than that. I think Essena O'Neal is a badass. So what she's done is she's completely reframed her approach. She started this website, Let's Be Game Changers, which is all about trying to be more authentic in your social media presence and honor that mainstream social media, mainstream everything, magazines, TV shows, movies. They're just ways for companies to persuade you to either buy their product or that you're not good enough. They're telling you you're not good enough if you drink this specialty coconut water or use this makeup or wear this dress. That without that, you have no value in society. Nobody cares about you. And social media in general can be a super negative thing. I didn't get a Facebook or a YouTube channel or an Instagram account until I think a year and a half ago is when I started everything. I had some of it in high school. I deleted all of it because I thought it was negative and it was terrible. Didn't use any of it for 2 years. Didn't even use a cell phone my junior year of high school for the entire year because I thought the exact things that she's talking about right now, that they were negative, that they were not good for mental health, for spiritual growth, and I got rid of it all. But now I'm using social media in such a more positive way. I'm being real. I'm showing my life and expressing my emotions, and I think I'm helping a lot of people. So social media is not necessarily a negative thing. It's just 90% of the time how people use it right now. It can be, but it's shifting. It's shifting with people like me and maybe someone like you if you create content that's authentic and tries to help the world. And people like frickin' Essena who have such a massive presence on the internet and are choosing to shift a paradigm. I think she's onto something massive. I mean, she's trying to break down these social norms of what, you know, social media is feeding off of, like a cancer, and saying, let's break this down and reframe how we use the internet and how we think of ourselves. Does this all mean that it's inherently evil to have a social media presence and try to, you know, make a buck off of it and make it your career?
If you have a lot of followers and you're tagging a brand in a photo, I'm gonna say 98% of the time that is a paid post. Is that fair? Probably. If, say for example, you're promoting a blender you use every single day of your life and you're getting commission for that, awesome, that's fair business.
The key difference here is that when you start to get fame, it is very easy to sort of lose your values and start to give in to the big corporate agenda of advertising things that you know aren't gonna help people. Advertising a dress or a lipstick or a makeup just so that you can get a bunch of money from it and tell people that they need this in order to be a whole person. That is where social media has gone wrong, and that is an evil. It's not inherently wrong to benefit off of having an internet and just cultural presence. You just need to use it and do great things with it. So go over to letsbegamechangers.com, show Essena that we think what she's doing is awesome and that she should not quit social media, but she should continue being an activist and do it socially responsibly and keep up what she's doing. It's incredible. She is taking off the veil and the sheet of the false reality of what social media is and honoring that it's just people like me, like her, who live lives just like you, who are trying to make the world a better place. Go check out her Instagram, go check out her YouTube channel where she's starting to post new videos talking about all this stuff. She's not wearing makeup, she's being real, she's being authentic. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, and you can subscribe to my channel right here. I am usually a vlogger. I put up a day in the life vlog video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday of the week. You can also find me on iTunes, the Plantriotic Podcast, Snapchat, Tumblr, Instagram, all at Plantriotic. Thanks so much, guys.